welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Today I am going back to my roots, and by that I mean I'm getting back into skincare. This is like a researched video, just like my old ones were. So I actually came up with this video idea years ago and did all the notes, which I'm going to be referring to today. And I've been wanting to make this video for a while, and so I'm finally doing it just because I need a refresher on these things, and also I know it would be helpful for you guys. So we're just going to get into it, starting very basic. UV rays, what is that exactly? So that is ultraviolet radiation, and that is a form of energy from the sun that is a known human carcinogen, meaning it causes skin cancer. UV rays damage the cellular DNA of your skin, and in turn, when your body goes and tries to fix this DNA, it produces toxic free radicals in the process. And these free radicals can cause wrinkles, sunspots, and skin cancers. UV rays also damage collagen fibers and elastin. And when your elastin starts to break down, your body produces enzymes known as MMPs, which actually further contribute to the elastin breakdown as well as wrinkles. There are 3 types of UV rays, UVA, B, and C. I'm not going to talk about C because it doesn't even come down this close to the earth. So the A in UVA stands for aging ray, and this penetrates deep into the skin and not only causes cancer but plays a huge role in the aging process because it attacks collagen in your skin. The B in UVB stands for burning, and it penetrates as deeply as UVA, but it's actually the main cause of skin cancers and sunburn. Now, while there is a visible sign of UVB damage, which is your skin turning red and burned, there is no physical, visible sign of damage from UVA rays, but it's still there and present. And you can still get a lot of damage from UVA rays. I feel like everyone knows this at this point, but if you don't, a tan is not healthy. It's actually visible damage to your skin. When UV rays attack your skin, your body tries to protect itself by producing more melanin. And this process causes cell mutation and free radicals. And did you know that skin cancer is the most common kind of cancer in America? And if you have family history of it, you need to be even more careful. Your genes only account for 10 to 20% of aging, so that means that 80 to 90% of your aging is actually caused by environmental factors. Most of your sun exposure comes from everyday exposure, just adding up over time. Just being outside for 10 minutes, your skin is being damaged by sun rays. On overcast days, you're not safe because the UVA and B rays can penetrate through clouds. And on snowy days, 80% of the rays can reflect off the snow and onto you. If you're inside near a window, you're getting exposed. If you're on a plane with the window shade up, you're getting exposed. And the sun is actually more damaging at higher altitudes. So let's get into sunscreen. Sunscreen use is actually the most crucial before the age of 18, and that's because 80% of your entire life's exposure to the sun happens before then. Sunscreen should be the very last step of your skincare routine, and you should wait at least 5 minutes before applying any makeup on top of it. The people that do use sunscreen actually don't apply enough most of the time. You should be using about a nickel size of, that's not a nickel, of sunscreen for your face, and then a nickel size again for your neck and your chest. Now, I know sunscreens have a lot of writing on them, and you might not really know what that means, so I'm going to kind of get into that right now. You should be looking for a sunscreen that says broad spectrum, because that means it protects from UVA and B. And there are 2 main types of sunscreen: physical sunscreens, which are also known as mineral sunscreens, and chemical sunscreens. Physical/mineral sunscreens just sit on top of your face, creating a barrier between your skin and the sun, which prevents the harmful rays from penetrating into your skin. Titanium dioxide and zinc oxide are the 2 most common active ingredients that you'll see on a physical sunscreen. They are gentle on the skin and work immediately upon application. Chemical sunscreens, on the other hand, filters the radiation by absorbing it and then transforming it into heat energy. And so this takes a little bit longer for it to start working after application. So a lot of times you'll see the sunscreen saying that you should wait 15 minutes after applying before sun exposure. Chemical sunscreens usually have a combination of 2 to 6 active ingredients such as octisalate, avobenzone, and oxybenzone. Now, some environmentalist groups will say that this type of sunscreen isn't safe for you and that it can be absorbed into your bloodstream and cause anything from allergic reactions to hormonal disruptions. However, the FDA and similar organizations say that there is no harm in using chemical sunscreens. Now I'm going to touch on SPF, and SPF stands for Sun Protection Factor, and it just measures how effective a sunscreen is at blocking harmful UV rays. And just so you know, combining 2 or more products with different SPF levels doesn't mean you can add those numbers up. The SPF will just be whatever the highest one is. Also, waterproof and sweatproof sunscreen products are not that. If you are swimming or sweating, the sunscreen will wash off and you should be reapplying every 2 to 3 hours, but if you are sweating, reapply more often than that, and if you're swimming, just reapply every time you come out of the water. Now, there is another type of rating system when it comes to sunscreens, and that is PA, and this was developed in Japan to determine the amount of UVA protection in addition to SPF, which only measures UVB protection. So when you see this rating, there's often a plus sign or a few plus signs next to it, and that means 1 plus sign is just low UVA protection, 2 plus signs would be moderate UVA protection, and 3 plus signs would be high UVA protection. So the more plus signs, the better. So what else can be done in addition to wearing sunscreen to protect yourself from the sun? Long sleeve t-shirts, that gives you a little bit of protection, only about an SPF 5. Wearing sunglasses is really good for protecting the skin around your eyes, which is actually the thinnest skin and most delicate skin on your face. So when you're looking for sunglasses, you should look for one that says 100% UVA and B absorption, and the bigger the better. And one last thing, makeup that says it has SPF in it probably isn't enough and should be used in addition to a sunscreen, because when a company claims to have SPF in a product, a lot of times they're testing a tablespoon worth of product, and you're not going to be using that amount. So you're not really getting that amount of SPF, if that makes sense. So that is all I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was really informative. And if you're interested in more videos like this about skincare and whatnot, give me some ideas. Leave it down in the comments, because I honestly don't know what else to do. Aside from like my chit-chatty videos, my vlogs and stuff, if you want more skincare, I'll do more skincare. But I just need a little direction, Yeah, if you made it to the end, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.